I'm Andrea Delannoy, and I'm very touched by the stories. It's not easy. Thank you for your comment in there, because I'm going to speak about Switzerland, and after Iran and Kenya, it may look like superficial, but hold on, stay with me. So I'm very touched by the stories, but I'm also extremely touched to be here today on the WIN stage, because WIN had meant so much and means so much to me in my life. My first WIN was about 10 years ago, and it had a tremendous impact. But let me go backwards a little bit. So I was born in Romania 50 years ago, and I've done my regular Romanian, let's say, career path. I've studied finance. I had two sisters, and my dad pushed us to do the best studies, which we did. We complied. Then I got a job at the Romanian Court of Audit, and my life was set, I thought. I was 25, I had a super job, but then I met this French guy who just visited, and he got so stubborn in wanting to marry me. And then he even moved to Romania to convince me to do so. I have to say I was very impressed with his stubbornness, so I indulged. I got married to him, but there is a trick though. He was repatriated to Switzerland just after our wedding, and that was not the plan initially, so I said, oh my God, okay, I have to go to Switzerland, I have to. So it may sound like you have to, it's a beautiful country, best country in the world, but again, bear with me, everything looks great in Switzerland, but there is one thing that I will talk today about, which is gender equality, which we're really scoring very bad in Switzerland, believe it or not. It was a shock for me when I moved to Switzerland. I went to a lot of women associations trying to understand how women lived in Switzerland, because traditional gender roles are prevalent. Women's main meaning, let's say, remains to bear kids and care for them. Believe it or not, still today. So for me, as I was raised up very differently, it was kind of a shock, and I needed to understand. And then it was at WIN yet again that I met this wonderful woman here on the stage, Bonnie Fassier. I don't know how many of you know her already. Yes, so Bonnie, I'm going to talk after the conference about her. But a bit more, she's leading and inspiring women leadership, mentorship training that she was talking about it on the stage, and I was like, God, I got so mesmerized by her. And I got uplifted somehow after the conference. I went straight to her. I said, would you be my mentor, please? And she was like, of course. Then I got into her program. I knew what I wanted to do. I wanted to work for equality, to help. I have two daughters in the meantime, with the same guy. And I wanted to do something to work for equality in Switzerland and give the girls an equal chance for the boys. And then but I didn't know how to do it. I didn't know where to start, because I had this Romanian thingy, because thinking, wow, will they listen to me even, the Swiss people? Because when I moved to Switzerland, I remember people saying to me, where are you from? I said, Romanian. Oh, you don't look Romanian. Like, how come do I not look Romanian? It's like, well, you are rather well-dressed, and you seem educated. And I was like, oh, I realized, well, as you were saying, I think Sana said, like, we all have all sorts of biases, right? But I sort of integrated that, and I was scared, to put it very bluntly. I was scared to show up and say I wanted to do something. But Bonnie made me scream out my vision, literally. At the end of our mentoring, I just shouted, I want to do this, empower women in Switzerland. Like, just go out and do it. And this is what I've done. I went, I did my research, I prepared the program, and I presented it to the government, the local government in Canton of Vaud in Switzerland, and they said, well, you could do the pilot. And what we do, we bring professional women into the classrooms, primaries, to talk to children about jobs and show them what the future may look like. Make the link. Why should they even bother, right? But with this gender lens to say to the girls, you can identify with those women, professional women, and say, I can be that too. As Marianne Wright Edelman, the American activist, put it, you can't be what you can't see. That's so true. The girls need to be able to identify with, especially in Switzerland. But I'm also targeting boys, because equality will come from the balance, right? And the boys discover at an early age that women can do jobs like firefighter and engineering, but also they discover so-called female jobs at an age when they are not formatted against yet. The program got validated. I got all the authorization. I spare you the details how it went. But today, we are a partner for the government of Canton de Vaud. And 2 weeks ago, I was even nominated as the among the 100 personalities that make Switzerland progress. I needed to pinch myself, honestly, to believe it. Thank you. But that's not the important thing. The work actually just starts. Switzerland is a federation. We have 26 cantons with 26 ministers of education, 26 ways of doing things. So it's just the beginning. But what I gather, and I wanted to share with you today, is when you see someone or something that, as Bonnie was for me, I just stood up and I went straight to her. When you see something or someone, just go for it and expect magic, as Claire Marie was saying. And with one little thing that I leave you with, remember to breathe. Passion can be all-consuming. And I've learned it on my skin this year, health-wise. So remember to breathe, ladies. Remember the airport, the planes where they say, in case of an emergency, put up the oxygen mask. Before helping other people, including infants, including your own children, because it is absolutely important that we breathe. So breathe and do your magic, ladies. Thank you.
Andrea, thank you. And I think I remember that particular win. Yeah, some of the best ideas come late at night, near the poolside.
Yes.
So don't go to bed too early. Stay up, and that's what they call networking, yeah?
Exactly.
That's it. Okay, any thoughts, comments, observations, questions?
Switzerland. Yes.
Sorry, my question was, can you talk about next step? Because I do recognise how conservative Switzerland can be. It's not going to be an easy task, but it'd be good to know what you're going to do next.
Absolutely not. Precisely. I need to talk now to absolutely every minister and explain what we're doing. Of course, what happens in the first canton will help me to get a better understanding for the other ones. But it takes, and we're still not funded. So I'm not a role model for that. I told my husband, just give me a couple of years. It's been 4.5, that I have to do this. It's like, just do it. But I don't encourage to do this or not making money for long term, because I am a mother as well of girls. I want to show them that female work means also money. You have to get paid for what we're doing. We do so much on volunteer work, and I'm not saying volunteering is important, and please, I encourage you all to do so. But when you have to run organizations on volunteer work extensively, I don't think this is a good model. I really don't. So I'm now also looking for, I'm talking to rich people in Switzerland to bring awareness, so then I can be a bit independent from the government, because I will spare you, I will spare you the details. It's not easy to talk with Swiss governments.
So, Andrea, I think I have just heard your wish to the universe. Did anybody else hear that? So do you want to say it again so you can hear it? What did you just ask for?
Money. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, no, I heard that.
It is money.
Hold it. That's what you need.
Yeah. Well,
funding, resources.
Yeah.
Just ask.
And women to go to schools. I don't know if any of you are in Switzerland. Come and let's go to school and talk to children about your jobs, how wonderful what your wonderful work. You won't believe how reactive they are to that. I work with primaries. International research showed that gender stereotypes get crystallized around 5, 6. So I used to work with secondary. It's late, not forever late, but for gender stereotyping, we need to go early, and they're extremely reactive. They love you, they hug you. you will see. So if there are Swiss women around, I welcome you to MOD-ELLE.
Thank you very much.
No.
Great.